Hello guys, so assalamualaikum and good evening. This is the continuation for example. So nag-explain na tayo kanina about sa mga discussion, no? So right now we will discuss using examples, no? So evaluating the potential profitability of our price change. The remainder of this chapter describe a simple logically intuitive procedure to quantitatively evaluate the potential profitability of a price change. So first, marketing or price managers must define the baseline against which in any pricing alternative is to be compared. Second, they need to calculate an incremental break-even point for the price change to determine the minimum or break-even sales response necessary to achieve at least profitability of a new price at a baseline price. Finally, the managers must then decide whether they believe that the sales response will reach at least the break-even level, a determination um, that can incorporate both quantitative and qualitative information. So, my question dito, baseline, consequently, managers start from a baseline, then ask whether change price um, improve the situation. What if the price of the product is lower, or what if the price of the product increases? So, how much would sales volume have to increase to make a reduction profitable? So managers advocating for a lower price can then be asked for evidence and commitment that higher volume can be achieved and for credible plan to achieve. So kapag higher ang volume, mamimit mo talaga ang break even and possibly profitable kapag lower ang price mo. So the lower the price, the higher dapat ang unit produce. So let's go with the next question. The next question will be how much would how much would sales volume have to decline to make a price increase profitable? Managers advocating for higher price naman can be then be asked for evidence and commitment that sufficient volume can retain at a higher price then and for credible plan to justify those price to customers. So the sample problems in this chapter introduce alternative kung ano to. So it's the West Side na kung ano manufacturing, a company that makes higher quality pillows for sale through specialty bedding and dry cleaning stores. Although the examples for the simplicity and based on hypothetical small manufacturing business, the equation are applicable for analyzing any size or type of business does not negotiate a unique price for each customer. So, example dito, itong West Side Manufacturing Income. So, sales is 4,000 unit. Wholesale price is 10 peso $10 per unit. Um, revenue is $40,000. The variable cost is 5.50 per unit. Per unit po to. Then, fixed cost is $15,000. So, sana nakuha yung revenue, that is units times per unit na wholesale price, that is 40,000. So Westside is considering 5% cut. So sa price nila, so itingnan natin, that is 10 times 0.05 is equals to 0.5. So may 50 centavos na price cut. How much will it be? That is 950. So makikita natin yan siya doon. Punta na tayo sa exhibit 2. So exhibit 9.2, finding the break-even changes. So nakita natin dito, 'di ba? Ito na yung 5% na cut. So 10 peso is the original price, then cut ng 0.5, that is 950. Ito na po ang magiging epekto niya. So kapag nag-cut ka ng 950, 'di ba sabi natin kanina, kapag mataas ang price mo, possibly pwede ka mag-lower ng volume na production. Kapag mag-decrease naman ang pricing mo, dapat may increase ka sa volume. So question here is how much how many units should you make or should you produce to achieve break even sa production mo. And the variable cost is 5.50. So let's go sa call natin, no? So dito yung example, let's go with the formula. Ito yung call natin, no, yung price sa dollar, 10 lagyan na natin $10. $10. Then sa baba niya is asan na yun? Copyhin na lang natin. Kaya ka. So yan. Then may changes tayo na 5%, which is point 0.50 $. Then after changes ng price is equals to $9.50. So para yan. So para makuha natin ang break-even sales change natin, kailangan natin the change in the price, then the contribution margin, and also the change price. So negative change price over CM plus change price. So where is the change price is 0.50, then naging negative 0.50 kasi may change na siya. Then yun nga, then contribution margin before the cut is 450. So punta natin dito. Ito po siya. So dito para makuha natin yung kuan natin. So asan yung price cut? Ito po. So to get the CM, ito. Then the break even sales is negative 0.50 over $4.5 plus negative 0.50, that is ang percentage pong kinukuha natin dito sa kuan. Kailangan natin gumawa ng 12.5%. So thus the price cut is profitable only if sales volume increase by more than 12.5% relative to its current price of sales volume. Westside would have to sell at least 500 additional units, no? 500 additional units to maintain the same level of profitability uh, it had prior to the price cut as shown as below. So saan natin nakuha ang 500? Nandito. So 0.125 times 4,000, that is the unit of production, kung ilan units. Then pag i-times mo yan, yan ang magkukuha na kailangan mong gawin. So na-remember nyo dito kanina, ito sa sa 9.2, asan yun? Asan yung 9.2? Ito. So dito, itong question na to, so ilan ba dapat ang gawin dito? That is 500 units dapat. So kailangang units na gawin mo kapag nagkaroon ka ng change na 5%, kapag ang 10 peso ginawa mong 950, ang kailangan mong gawin from 4,000 units, gawin mo siyang 4,500 units ang kailangan mong gawin. Sir, saan po yung kanina po may napansin kaming 4 peso. Ano po yung 4 peso? 4 peso is just simply the ano yung ito para makuha mo yung contribution ng kuan, ito i-minus mo yung price kanina, 'di ba? Contribution margin. Um, ito yung change after the price, then minus the 550 na variable cost. Yun, para makuha mo yan siya. So, yun ang kailangan natin. So, if actual increase in sales volume exceed the break-even sales change, the price cut will be profitable. If the actual increase in sales volume falls short of break-even sales, the price change will be unprofitable. So, kapag na-meet niya yung break-even, okay. However, it should go over the break-even. Kasi kung hindi, malulugi ka. Kapag bababa sa break-even, malulugi ka. Kahit nga break-even, medyo nandun ka na sa tagilid, no? So, kasi hindi naman palagi, ito rin, no, hindi porket na meet mo yung units for break-even, it means kikita ka na. Remember, sa in example natin, hindi po lahat ng production mo na possible mabebenta mo. So, pwede pong malulugi ka. Kaya nga 'di ba yung sa ticket, kapag sinabi niya kapag nagkulang ng 30 tao, malulugi talaga. Kasi possible na kahit sa konting kuan lang siya, kahit nasa baseline ka na, ay nasa kuan ka na, sa break even point ka na, hindi it doesn't mean na nandun ka na parang profitable na, no. Kailangan mo mag-go beyond kasi hindi mo masasabi na mabebenta mo na lahat, maso-sold out ka. So, yon. Kahit nga ma-sold out ka, tabla ka pa naman yun eh. So, hindi ka pa kumita. So, if West Side scale increase as a result of a price change by more than break-even amount, say by additional 550 units, the West Side will realize that gain in profitable contribution. If however, yun nga sabi natin, nag-abot lang siya ng 450, which is lower the break even na units na dapat nibenta, malulugi po. So dapat more than, at yan ang tandaan nyo, kapag nagbenta kayo, dapat more than yun. Next is, so once we have the sales change, no, the profit contribution, calculating the precise change in contribution associated with change in volume is straightforward. It is simply the difference between the actual sales volume and the break-even sales volume times the new contribution margin calculated after the price change. So, paano makuha itong new contribution margin? Yung sabi ko kanina, yung 9.50 peso minus the variable cost, which is 550. So magkakaroon tayo ng new contribution margin, that is 4 peso. So ito total natin siya sa 550 units na assuming yan ang production mo, and volume change na 450 assuming yan, ha, para makikita natin kung kumita ka ba o nalugi ka. So dito, so from the break even change, no, so yan, ano to? Ito ang changes in the break even, the price changes in price, and this is ang changes in contribution. So, contribution margin, tingnan natin yung kuan natin, example natin dyan. So, dito po yan. Wait lang, ayaw bumaba. So, ito po yung nakita natin, no? Yung sa kuan na to. Um, ito yung what if na scenario. What if ang nagawa natin is 550 na dami? So yung sinabi natin na dapat na pang break even, that is 500, no, 500 na units. So i-times mo yun sa change na $4 contribution margin, ang kikitain mo is $200. What if naman bumaba sa 500, which is 450? So magkakaroon ka ng negative to negative 50 times 4 na new contribution margin, that is um, negative $200. So now let's go with the next na discussion about sa break-even sales, incorporating a change in variable cost. So paano magkaroon if magkaroon ng change in variable cost? So punta tayo sa formula kagad, no? So sa change in break-even sales, this is negative change in price, negative open parenthesis, negative change in price, no? And negative cost pala to, negative minus change in cost, then over contribution margin plus the change in price minus the change in cost. Note that the change in variable, ito yung change in cost, is zero. Wala namang nagbago sa costing. So ano ba yung mangyayari? So wala namang mangyayari. So also that the term um, A change in price minus sales is the change in the contribution margin, that the denominator, the original contribution margin, that plus the change in the contribution margin. So nakita natin dito kanina, so hindi naman siya ganyan ka wala naman siyang changes sa price sa cost. So that's the general form for break-even pricing is equals to negative change in contribution margin over the new contribution margin. So magkano ba yung previous na contribution margin? That last time ang contribution margin is 10 $10 minus 5.4 5.5. So meron tayong 4.5 over the new contribution margin, which is $4, kasi 9.5 minus the 5.5, that is $4. So yun ang kuha natin sa break-even change. So the next step using the equation to evaluate the proposed price change is to calculate the change contribution margin. Recall that yung sa change in price is negative 0.5. So the change in variable cost is negative 22. So yun, may change na variable cost. Mayroon palang change in variable cost nandito. Asan na yun? Hindi ko nakita. Asan na yun? Eto pala, per kilo may increase na. Okay, so may decrease po pala tayo sa kuan sa pardon, sorry talaga, hindi ko napansin. May change po pala tayo sa kilo, which is 0.22 per kilo ang decrease ng west side. So nag-decrease sila ng variable cost. So imbis na 5.50, ginawa na lang na 5.28. So kala ko kanina walang change sa cost, meron pala. So that is 5.50 minus change in cost, no, that is negative 22. So kasi reduction nga siya, so the contribution margin is change in contribution margin, that is price minus the is equals to change in price minus the change in cost, that is negative 0.50 kasi reduction siya ng 0.50 minus the reduction in reduction, that is negative 0.22. So the total is negative 28. So the previous calculations illustrated that the contribution margin before that the price change is 4.5, no? So therefore we can calculate it. So pakita natin para rin makuha. So negative no. Okay, bakit to? Ayaw niya. So hindi siya di natin makaya dito kasi try natin scientific to. Kung may kwan. Ito. Meron. So negative, ayan, negative, ano, bakit di ko, ito negative pala, negative, di tayo marunong dito, basta di ako marunong sa calculator na to, basta negative times negative 0.28 over 450, that is the contribution margin, plus etong formula na to, ito no, plus the negative 0.28 na change na sa cost, which change in price minus cost, which is 60.6 0.066, that is 0.666 or 6.6666 yan siya, 6666 dollar percent. Sorry guys, na kuha lang ako. So, kailangan mo, kapag naroon ng break-even sales change na to, na 0.06 or 6.6%, i-times mo siya sa 4,000 unit, ang kailangan mong unit is 265 units. Given management production na dahil sa pag-reduction mo ng variable cost, nagkaroon ka ng ano, ng reduction na since nagkaroon ka lang price cut, magiging profitable siya if management believes that the sales volume will increase by 6.6%. So a total of 265 units. So mas kikita ka kasi may reduction sa variable cost. So break even sales, ito ulitin ko, instead of variable cost na 5.5, nabawasan po siya ng 0.22. So, ang mangyayari is magiging 0.28. So, imbis na ang sales change is 0.50, binawasan po siya ng 22, that is 0.28. So, yan. So, break-even, peak sales analysis for reactive pricing, yung sinabi natin kanina, what if nakamit siya ng ng na-meet niya yung nagkaroon siya ng problem. So far, we have restricted the discussion proactive changes where firms contemplates initiating price change ahead of competitors. So, ito, before na-encounter niya mga problems, nakakreate na siya ng solutions or kaya alam na niya kung paano niya i-prevent. Ngayon, na-meet niya ang problem, nandyan na, on hand na. So, the goal of change sa enhanced profit. However, a company initiate reactive price changes when it confronted with a competitor's price change that will impact former sales unless respond. So, paano ba? The key uncertainty involved in analyzing a reactive price change is the sales loss the company will suffer if it falls to meet the competitor's price cut. Kapag nag-decrease ang customer mo ng price, anong gagawin mo? Hindi ka naman pwede mag-decrease na lang kaagad ng pricing. So, you need to find or you need to solve for it to understand na ano ba yung kailangan mong gawin. Magkano ba ang kailangan mong Rather, magkano ba ang ibawas mo sa presyo na meron ka? Magkano ba ang price cut na kailangan mong gawin or para ma-meet mo tong kuan na 'to? No, tapos ilang units ba yung kailangan mo ibenta para maka-break even ka? So, or the sales gain the company will achieve it fails to follow the competitor's price. So, is the potential sales loss sufficient justify cutting price to protect the sales volume? Yun ba? Yung pagbabawas mo ba, kaya ba niya i-meet yung sales volume, yung i-protect yung sales volume? Or the potential sales gain enough to justify foregoing the opportunity for cooperative price? Uh, Yan. So, a slight difference of break-even formula, break-even formula is used to analyze this situation. Ito yung formula. So sa reactive price change, we need to address the following key questions. What is the minimum potential sales loss just that just the meeting the lower competitive price? Ano ba? Magkano ba yung sales loss na possible na makano para i-lower sa pag-lower ng competitive price? Another is what is the minimum potential sales gain to justify not following the competitive price increase. So the basic formula for reactive na break-even sales is change in price over the contribution margin. Na remember yung sales in price? Sales in price is 0.50 and the 0.50 yung sakuan pero dito um principal competitor east side has just reduced. Sa east side naman to, sa inyo is 0.50. Pero sa kalaban, 0.50, point, no, no, point, 1.5 ang kanya. So, 0. O 0.115 pala. Point 0, 0.115, 115 naman. 0.15 rather. So, 15%, if west side customer are highly loyal, it probably would not pay for west side too much it this cut. So if on other hand customer are not quite price sensitive, yung nga sabi natin, kapag price sensitive yung customer, pagkatapos nakita nila yung competitor mo is nagbenta ng mga mas mura, baka kailangan mong gayahin yun at i-follow yung pagmumura ng mga yung price ng kabilang kwan, no? So which west side may have to match the price this price cut to minimize the damage. What is the minimum potential loss sa sales volume? So to justify the east side price cut. So yung 15% nito, then 45%. So 15%, so yan ang changes. So 45% is the contribution margin. Na remember nyo, 'di ba? Ilan yung contribution margin? Yan ang percentage niya. So ito po ang magkukuhan 0.33%. Hindi ito 2%. Bakit ito nilagay na percent? Or 0.333 or negative 33.3%. Mali yung nilagay niya. So thus if west side expects sales volume to fall by more than 33%, as a result east side new price, it would be less damaging to west side's profit to match the price cut than to lose sales 33%. So yun. This analyze focus on sa kanya kapag nag-negative ay nag-lower ng 15% yung price ng kalaban. So, punta tayo dito sa mahirap kasi itong kuan na to i-control. So, mapping the range potential financial outcomes. Ito kasali to sa exam. So, 9.3 kasama talaga to sa exam. So, break-even sales analysis and simulated scenario Westside Manufacturing proposed 5% price reduction. So, yung sinabi natin kanina. So, the baseline is the 10%, the $10. The proposed change is deducted by point ng 5% which is 0.50. So, 10 minus 10, 0.50 is equals to 950. So, that the percentage in price that is changes 5% nga. Contribution, ang contribution po is 4.50. Paano yun nakuha? Um, Contribution per unit, contribution margin, ang price minus the variable cost, that is the CM natin, which is 4.5, 4.50 sa baseline. Sa proposed change naman is $4. Sa contribution, that is 45%. Bakit? Kasi i-times mo yun siya ng 100, that is 45%. Or ito, 42. Kuha na po tayo siya. I-solve lang natin yan mamaya. Sales naman, changes is 12% sa kasi itong baseline walang changes. So sa sales units naman, ito 'di ba nakuha na natin to kung saan natin kinuha. So nandito yan siya kanina, oh. Ito. Kasi yan. Ito. No? 12.5%. Kasi yan. Ay, nandun sa baba. Kasi yan. Yun. Pagkatapos, ang sales in total nga yun, sabi natin kanina, sa total mo siya, ito po ang lalabas, 4,000 ang baseline. So, ang kailangan mong i-produce is 500. Nandito po siya sa, ano, ito po. Asan yung 500 dito? Ito. 12.5% times 4,000, that is 500 units. So, ang total contribution is same pa rin po, walang changes. So, tingnan natin dito sa baba. So, the actual changes sales in volume, so yung 0.5, 10, 12, 12.5, ito po yung mga sales volume. Unit changes, kapag 5 peso, 200, kapag 10 peso, 400, ganyan. So, change in contribution after price change, kapag wala, negative 2,000. Kapag may 5 peso, negative 1,2. Kapag may 10 peso, negative 400. Kapag 0, no? 0 kapag 12.5. Kapag 17.5, that is 800. So, incremental cost naman, walang changes hanggang sa nag-30 na po. Doon nagkaroon ng changes. Sa total change in profit naman, prices, ito po, i-add lang po yan at lalabas. Ito po yung lalabas. So, dito, i-deduct mo lang siya. Bale, deduct yan siya, minus kasi yan siya, cost kasi yan siya, post yun. Kaya, yan ang lalabas. Kasi kapag, di ba, kapag minus, negative, negative, magiging add. So, baseline, one column naman, yun yung sabi natin kanina. So, sa third column through 5, the calculate in the changes in profit, the result of changes in sales. So, ito po, makikita natin dito yung break-even analysis in change price. So, ito yung nakita natin. Nandito po, kapag change in profit, loss. So, ito change in profit, gain. Kapag na-meet na niya po ang natin. So, change is in contribution. So, kapag lower ang production, lower ang price. So break even sales curve, ito yung sinasabi natin curve. Asan ko? Hindi man siya magkuhan. Ito. So, ito yung baseline. 'Di ba sabi natin kapag $10 dapat makag-produce siya ng 4,000. This is the baseline. Pero kapag nag nag-increase ang unit, it means nag-lower ang price. 'Di ba? Nag-lower ng 5%. Kapag nag-lower pa ng -10, kailangan makaproduce ka ng ilan to? 5,500 or 5,000. Ewan ko kung asan siya tumawa. Siguro i-assume na natin dito sa gitna. So, kapag -15 naman, dito naman daw kasi nasa 850 siya. Then, kapag 8 peso naman ang price, naglo-lower naman siya, dapat umabot ka ng almost 9,000. Pero kapag increase ka ng price, the more naman ang profitability niya kahit sa low na kuan. Ito, 2.5 lang ang gagawin mo kapag 2,000 ay 25% ang gagawin mo. So, ito yung curve niya. Changes in price kapag nag-increase ka ng price, possible lower ang units ng gagawin mo. O ito. So, dito, ang bakit dito sinabi niya na sa ito, dito. Dito, nakapansin niyo ito, dito, bakit sinabi niya possible na malulugi ka? Kasi, the reason of this is, possible kasi kapag mahal ang presyo ng bilihin, may possibility ang customer dahil sa sensitive siya, hindi siya bibili sa product mo. So, kahit konti lang yung units na meron ka, pero kapag mahal, hindi to bibili. Possibly. So, I remember isang vlogger, American vlogger, kuan siya, food vlogger siya, si Kuya Kurt ang pangalan niya sa YouTube, and sa Facebook. I remember when they went to market with his two brothers, Pat and Kuya Kyle, Kuya Kai Kai and Kuya Pat that time. They went to a market when they tried to ask the price of atis. They were shocked. They were they were shocked because of ang price ng atis daw ang kilo is 1,500. Kumuha lang sila ng isa, ang presyo is 800, which is half the price. So sino ba bibili ng atis na 800 peso na sa atin is parang kinukuha lang yan sa dati na remember ko sa elementary school dyan sa DepEd, meron puno lang atis dyan, which is libre lang kukunin namin. So, ikaw na customer, kapag makakakita ka ng price na ganito, wait, ang mahal naman. Kahit nga, di ba, sa ilagay natin sa presyo ng gasolina. So, pagdating ng gasolina yun, kapag dumating ng 110, umabot siya ng 110, nag-react na kagad yung mga tao. Wait. Mahal na masyado. Wag na, di na ako bibili. So, kahit dahil sa konti lang yung production, sa konti yung kahit malaki ang demand, lower naman ang supply, nag-increase ka ng price, ang possible nito is di magbibili yung customers. Di ba napansin niyo? At that time, marami nang ayaw maglabas, ayaw na maglakad-lakad kasi mahal ang presyo ng gasolina. Dahil sa hindi sa lower ang supply nito dahil sa walang pakialam, wala talagang pakialam ang customer sa kapag lower ang supply. Ang problema nila dito is ang presyo. Dahil sa lower ang supply, tumaas ang presyo, nag-react ang customers na ayaw na lang nila mag mani, mani, magkuan mag dakwat siya dahil sa mahal nga ang presyo ng gasolina. Pero nung time na nag-increase na ang supply ng gasolina, unti-unti naglo-lower ang price ng gasolina. From 150, nag-lower na. Ngayon is 105 na lang ata. So, marami nang nagda-drive kasi naka-feel na yung mga customers na, "Oh, wait, eto." Pero hindi sa lahat ng oras ha. Hindi sa lahat ng oras. Dito pinakita lang sa curve na to na kapag nag-increase ka ng price, um, possible talaga magkakaroon ka ng loss. Siyempre kasi konti lang yung bibili. And eto rin, kapag too much ka rin, ito hindi porket sa kung ano to, nandito na pinakita may gain siya. Hindi rin yan. Kasi the more marami ang unit mo, kapag food yan, kapag ito kasi, siguro pwede natin ilagay. Kasi kung siya, unan, hindi siya expirable. What if food yan? Marami ang unit na produce mo. Kapag marami masyadong ang production, for example, yung nagmahal ang mga gulay sa market, ano nangyari sa mga talong? 'Di ba? Nung nag-increase ang yung nag-increase ang price niya, wala masyadong bibili. Pero kapag marami rin yung gulay na kahit yung time na, 'di ba? Ngayon mahal masyadong gulay. Ang talong ata last time bumili ako nag 70 peso, then nag 50 peso, 50, 70 mga ganyan. Pero yung bumili ako last time, yung marami ang production, around 30 peso, 20 peso, ganyan. Pero sa sobrang dami, kahit mura ang presyo, hindi pa rin ito nauubos. Oo, mura nga ang presyo. But remember, may limitations po. So, yun is produce yun, produce. Hindi mo talaga maiwasan. Pero kapag sa shelf, for example, bumili ka ng marami or nag-produce ka ng maraming um, ice candy, what if nag-brown out? Kahit mura lang yan, marami kang ginawa. What if nag-brown out or sa paglako mo, naglako ka ng 500 na ice candy, then binenta mo lang ng 5 peso. Yes, maraming bibili. However, pwede yan siyang matunaw. Kasi naglako ka eh. Naglalakad ka, mainit ang panahon. Pwede matunaw yan. So, yun pa rin ang kailangan mag-consider. Hindi porket maraming unit na nag-lower ka ng price, marami nang bibili. Yun nga, profit side na siya dahil sa lower ang price, maraming possible bibili. Pero not all the time, nag-gain ka. Ilagay pa rin natin siya sa situation na ganun. Continue tayo. So, watching your baseline. So, dito may formula. So, consider example company is higher growth industry with current sales of 2,000 units on which earns contribution margin of 55%. So, ito yung 55% na contribution margin. If the company does not change its price, management expect the sales will increase by 20%. Um, the project the, the projected growth of total industry sales to 2,400 units. However, management is considering 5% price cut. Yun nga, in an attempt to increase the company's market share. Though the price cut would be accompanied by an advertising campaign intended to heighten consumers' awareness of the change. So, yun, nag-inform sila. May change. Ang formula nito is yung break-even sales na um, price change price change over contribution margin plus the price change na 5%. So, meron siyang 10%. So, 10% that is 10% or 0.10, hindi yan siya 0.10%, mali yan. Times ang 2,400 na kanina yung sinabi dito, ito 2,400. So, magkakaroon siya ng 240 na units, no? During implementation, initial sale analysis would be projected in the future or 2,400. The break-even sales would be calculated as follow. Ito na po yung break-even unit para sa 10%. 10% lang po. So, yun lang. So, if the sales level is used to change calculation, is used in the calculation rather, the unit break-even sales change is calculated as 200 unit, understanding the change required by 40 units. So, required siya ng 40 units. So, yun. So, non-incremental and fixed cost. Yun po. So, ito lang po yung kailangan natin pag-aralan ha. Ito, i-memorize nyo talaga to. Ito. Possible lalabas to sa exam. Itong solution lang to. Ito mga ito. Ito, possible lalabas yun sa exam. Sa solution, lalabas to sa exam. Ito. Yan ha. Kung di kayo nanonood ng video na to, kawawa kayo kasi hindi nyo malalaman. Ito rin oh, sabi natin kanina. Gains, yan. So watching your baseline, don't always use current sales as the baseline. In growing markets, you should compare expected future sales if no price change is made. So for example, yun nga yung sa sales call no, yung sin-explain natin kanina. So covering the non-incremental fixed costs yun sa in-explain natin. These costs must eventually be covered, but they should not dictate short-term pricing. Focus on the contribution margin and market opportunity when pricing making decision. So, yun po. So, sa pag-price change or sa pricing, kailangan natin mag-use ng break-even para malaman natin ilang units ang dapat natin may benta para ma-achieve natin yung kikitain natin. Or, paano tayo kikita at di tayo malulugi. So, ito yun, no? Yung pag-cut ng price. So, raise the price. Only need 3,000 kwan. So, yan. Profitable decision talaga yung sa area. Right. However, yun nga. Profitable siya. At the same time, possible na lugi ka. Kasi, nag-increase ka ng price. So, doon lang muna tayo. And good luck sa exam. Buyers.